Howdy. This week we want to talk about purpose and spreading the gospel. Now, yesterday I talked a little bit about how we want to start off with looking at our purpose in the life here before we look at spreading the gospel of the life to come. I want to read a little bit from Ecclesiastes in order to put this into context. Chapter 9 starts off, "But all this I laid to heart, examining it all, how the righteous and the wise and their deeds are in the hand of God. Whether it is love or hate, man does not know. Both are before him. It is the same for all, since the same event happens to the righteous and the wicked, to the good and the evil, to the clean and the unclean, to him who sacrifices and him who does not sacrifice. As is the good, so is the sinner, and he who swears is as he who shuns an oath." Skipping ahead. "Go, eat your bread, enjoy, and drink your wine with a merry heart. For God has already approved what you do. Let your garments be always white. Let not oil be lacking on your head." Skipping forward. "Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with your might, for there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol to which you are going." Skipping further. "But there was found in the city a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no one remembered that poor man. But I say that wisdom is better than might, though the poor man's wisdom is despised and his words are not heard. The words of the wise heard in quiet are better than the shouting of a ruler among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good." Now, there are three main reasons why we need to understand this passage more deeply. Number one, if we do not see a life of the world to come, then we're going to just do whatever makes sense for ourselves today. And we're going to live as if there is no tomorrow. Second, enjoying the life that is here is okay. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life, eat, drink, love, live. That's not a bad thing. But now the third part, deeper part, is that if we truly are wise, then we understand that the life here does have a deeper meaning. It does go beyond what we see right here and now. And that is something that we want to make sure that we pursue in our lives, a deeper meaning and purpose in the life here. Now that leads us to three reasons why we want to ask questions about our purpose here in this world before we start looking at the life of the world to come. Number one, we were originally created to live in this world. Granted, we broke it, but the way that we understand our meaning and our purpose is by understanding that we are human beings created in this earth, and therefore who we are and our purpose and our meaning is going to be grounded in our existence in this world. Second, when we start to see that there is a life of the world to come, we're never going to be able to share the gospel of the life of the world to come with others if they don't see how we live it in this life now. So if we are not able to show them the gospel, purpose, meaning, and hope now, they're not going to believe that there's anything that is to come. And third, the more that we see our life here and now as just earthly and doesn't have any ultimate meaning, and that whatever there is in hope and the gospel is in a world to come later, the more disconnect that we see, the harder it is to hold on to our faith. Because the problem is that we live in this world right here and now. And so the more that we see hope and faith as something coming later, the harder it is to hold on to faith and hope in it in the here and now. So, question to you is this. Not how do we ignore the life of the world to come, but how can we start to see what we do and who we are in this world as having deeper ultimate meaning and purpose in God's kingdom and for the world to come?